Hey guys, first off, don't forget to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to the channel, leave comments, likes, follow me on Twitter. If you want to support me on Patreon, shoot me $1. We'll be having some rewards coming soon, as soon as I figure out how to use it. Next, I just wanted to do a follow-up film study before I talk about Wilder. I'm going to do Wilder tomorrow, and I did find some really interesting things in his fight with Gerald Washington, which is the one that I'll be doing the breakdown on. But I kind of wanted to talk about a few of the things going on with Tyson Fury and extrapolating a little bit on his ideas or his flaws for his offense. Now, some of his flaws. Number one, he steps with his jab always. He steps with his punches, and he fights off the front foot. He doesn't always step, but he always fights off the front foot, so he's kind of easy to time because that's where he throws his punches off of. Very similar to Danny Garcia. If you watched my Danny Garcia Sean Porter fights or breakdown videos, he fights off the front foot. Very similar to David Lemieux. Canelo. It's a very common problem. Elady or Alvarez had the same problem. That's why Kovalev was having so much success early on in the fight with the Kovalev and Alvarez fight. But Tyson Fury has a very similar problem, as you see when he leans on his front foot. He leans and he steps. He begins to be easy to time because his offense, he doesn't layer his offense very well. He's got a very basic style of offense. And as you see here, Klitschko catching the jab right there with the wrong hand too. No doubt, catching with the wrong hand and landing a counter right hand to the jab because Tyson Fury's offense is very predictable. And I had to go watch the whole fight to get these kind of clips and to kind of figure this out. But as you see here, again, because he doesn't layer his attacks very well, he's from the outside, he's fighting from the outside, feinting, he's doing the good head movement and stuff, but when he starts to attack, he feints, and then he jumps in with his jab. The active guard works very well at keeping Vladimir Klitschko from throwing punches at him. As you notice, Vladimir Klitschko is very hesitant throughout most of the fight, but when he actually attacks, he doesn't layer his attacks very well. He only uses very basic feints to try to mitigate the amount of counterpunching that his opponent can do. But as you saw, well, if you watch the fight, as you see, Vladimir Klitschko gets very comfortable waiting for Tyson Fury and just always respecting the feints and being like, oh, is this a feint? Is this a punch? Is this a punch? Is this a punch? Is this a punch? And then finally when a punch comes, he's able to counter him with these shots. And then again here, catching the jab again, right? Boom, and landing another right hand and kind of timing him. Now, Tyson Fury does pick up on it. As you see, he shoots the jab, and look at how he ducks, and he kind of slips the jab of Klitschko and then comes over the top with this winging right hand of his. So it's not like it's going to be like 100% able to be effective timing him there, because if you don't knock him out with the first shot, he is smart. He can make adjustments, but it is an opportunity because of the fact that he only fights on that front foot. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about in round 4, as you can see in the timer, Klitschko started trying to look to set up his punches or his right hand. So he shoots a jab and then another jab, and then he throws this right hand definitely to the back of the head, but he goes jab, jab, and he noticed that when he would throw punches at Tyson Fury, and this is what I talked about in last night's video, Tyson Fury ducks the right hand to get under it, rather than pivoting or transferring his weight and moving his weight off the line, right, and slipping to the out or to the inside of Klitschko so he can move off the line, rather than countering, or rather than pulling away from the jab like this, like that Mayweather style, getting your head off of the line, right? So you turn, boom, and then you can pivot off the line and just create a little bit of space. But instead of doing that, he kind of just ducks the shot and doesn't transfer any of his weight. If you're going to do this, you want to do it like Mayweather did it. And somebody pointed out in the comments section that it was very Mayweather-esque. But what Mayweather would do is he would be here, right? He could be in his guard. He could be anywhere. No matter how he's doing it, that shot comes, he would pull away from it and roll down like this. And then he would use his weight, he would transfer his weight to his back leg so he could go anywhere, right? He could move, boom, boom, he could do everything. But Tyson Fury is just ducking here. And notice there's no weight transfer, so he can't really move anywhere unless he uses the he uses both of his legs to jump and hop, right? And that puts him out of position for much longer than when he's just pivoting. But what he wants to do is when he ducks it, right, pull away, roll, and then come into his opponent. So you're doing kind of a, it's kind of like you're rolling the right hand as if it was a hook like this, but you're doing it at a slightly different angle, and then you slam, basically you slam your body into them to control them, to create space so you can move off. But Tyson Fury, as you notice, he's just kind of getting stuck there and then looking to grab. Now in this next clip, in round 5, he comes in with the jab, right? Tyson Fury ducks it, and he only shoots one jab and then tries to sneak that right hand in there because he's beginning to make adjustments for Tyson Fury. Now, the next thing that happened in the fight is that because of the counters, and this is after some of those counters, Tyson Fury started slowly not being as active in his active guard and not setting up as many punches because he was getting timed. And because he was getting timed, he had to think about what to do next, and that meant that because he wasn't feinting Vlad as much, right? As you can see, he's getting him under the jab. Because he's not feinting Vlad as much, right? As you notice, he's giving him some different looks, but Vladimir is the one now with his lead hand out, and look at how he's just probing with this jab, right? Sticks it out, and then gets him to duck down away from the right hand, right? But Vladimir doesn't bite in this time. He doesn't move in and smother himself. But as you can see in the clip, because Tyson Fury is not the one feinting hard, right, giving him different angles, Klitschko is the one controlling him. Even in this clip right here, where Tyson starts shooting the jab at him, and you can see Klitschko catching that jab right there, right, and then shooting his own jab. Because of the fact that Klitschko is looking to take away Tyson Fury's jab by countering it, right, and timing him with that, right, parrying it with his left hand and going over the top with the right hand. Because he's able to take away the jab from him, he's eventually able to control Tyson Fury, and we'll see it right here when he starts feinting and using his own lead hand, shooting the jab right there. Tyson Fury ducks it, and then he controls his head, and then going in again with his lead hand, feinting him, and getting Tyson Fury again to duck down, right? But he's the one that's controlling Tyson Fury. As you see Tyson Fury coming in, he's catching that jab, catching him with the hook, and he slowly starts to take away Tyson Fury's jab so that he can control him. And then he shoots this jab, and then beautiful, right? He throws a right hand right after it, and Tyson Fury ducks it, and he barely misses this right hand right there. Tyson Fury barely gets off the line with his head just long enough. But the very next sequence, again, Vladimir Klitschko is the one feinting and controlling him with the lead hand at this point in the fight. So he flashes that lead hand. I don't know if whoops. Why did the video start over? I don't know. And then he flashes the lead hand, right, knowing that Tyson Fury is going to duck the right hand, and he just shoots it out there. Because Tyson Fury is not feinting, Tyson Fury doesn't have any control over Klitschko, and he's able to flash that lead hand and then immediately shoot that right hand and crack Tyson Fury right on the chin with a great right hand. And that's a product of Tyson Fury slowing down with his offense and allowing Klitschko to set his punches up and be the one to go first, be the one to make Tyson Fury react to him. Because in the beginning of the fight, Tyson Fury was the one feinting, right? Controlling his opponent by making Vladimir Klitschko go, oh, is that a punch? 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 Oh, I got to catch that. I got to catch that. But as the fight wore on and Tyson Fury's actual offense was being predictable, Vladimir Klitschko was able to time it and take those punches away from Tyson Fury. As you see, Tyson Fury's not feinting at all right there, and Klitschko is able to easily feint him with the jab, get him to duck, and then walk him directly into a right hand right there. Beautiful work from Vlad right there. And I think that this might be something that's very effective for Wilder. If Wilder can figure out a way to slow Tyson Fury down and control him, because Tyson Fury has such a good active guard. He's constantly moving. He's constantly feinting you. He's constantly setting things up with those feints. And until Wilder can take that away and slow that down, he's going to have a very hard time setting up his own punches. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And support me on Patreon, or you can share my videos. I appreciate that just as much. Tell your friends or other boxing forums or whatever if you're interested or if you're enjoying my content. Yeah, thanks, guys.